As I was filtering my water, it began to rain. And some of you will ask, why don't I act like a dwarf and just collect water as it falls from the sky? I will take and put my chalice out here and wait for the water to fill it. No, I won't, because that will take forever. Right now, I have collected about 3 drops of water, which will never be enough for my cup of tea. We are going to continue using the cloth gravity siphon method. This is a stream that we are going to be using to get the water from to make my tea. As you can see, it is not a fast-moving stream. It has all types of debris and sludge in it. So what I'm going to do is just get a nice big glass of some sludge, a little bit more water, a little bit of slime, put that in there. And this is the water I will be using to make my tea with. After we use the cloth filter and gravity siphon method. Here we are setting up our siphon gravity fed filtration system. What is going to happen is we are going to take the water from this glass and put it into this glass, while we're going to be filtering out the sediment, the sludge and moss that we had picked up from the stream. So first, we set up the water that we want to take from higher than the chalice that we want the water to go. We want clean water in this one, dirty water over here. So dirty water is higher, because once the water, what water does is it tries to go up. If you look at a glass of a liquid, you'll notice that the water edges are actually higher than the water level. It goes kind of like up, like that. It's like the water's trying to go up. So what we're going to do is we're going to give the water a path to go up. But once it gets to a certain point, gravity is going to take over and bring it back down into here. We have our 2 chalices, one higher than the other. Now what we need to do is get a rag. It can be any rag, preferably clean. You're going to take your rag and you're going to roll it. But you're not going to roll it like a tight roll, okay? What you're going to do is, I usually put my fingers like right there and go like that and just let it flap over a little bit. And then I try to keep that same distance. And I continue rolling till it's all the way rolled up. One thing we don't want is we don't want a roll that is so long that it has to go all the way up and back down. Because again, once it gets to a certain point, gravity starts pulling it back down. So what we're going to do is make sure that this cloth touches the bottom of this and touches the bottom of this. It gets a little wet, we're gonna get it all the way wet. So it's like, oh yeah, that's where the water is supposed to go. I'm not gonna get the whole cloth wet, just around the bend that we have, all right? And then I'm gonna put it down in the bottom there, and I'm going to let it sit there. Right now, there's already water beginning to collect inside the vessel that we're going to use to make our tea. Some people may ask, well, why don't you act like a dwarf and just put the cloth right over this and pour it out into there and use the cloth as a filter? 2 things can happen. One is while you're pouring it, this is a porous cloth. It's, the weaves are very open. So what's going to happen is but contaminants can still get through the cloth. And then you still have murky water. You still have particulates floating in the water. You can put slime through it. Slime is very small. It has small particulates, so it can go right through it. And that's not what we want to do. What we want is we want the water to go through here and filter through at the same time. Now the whole cloth is about wet. Okay, as you can see already, this cloth is getting rather wet. So the water is already wicked. Remember, I just put it up to where the bend is, and it's going on down. And you can't see this right now, but where I am at, I can see water beginning to collect at the bottom of this chalice. And it'll take time. So that is why I'm going to go out and collect some mints. If you can notice, the particulates are collecting at the bottom of the cloth at the end, and then they're working their way up just as the water is transferring into the other glass. What that can do is, if it was very, very muddy water, it could seal up the pores within the rag, so then water wouldn't be able to transfer. And another thing that's going to happen is once it gets somewhere around this area, it's going to stop transferring. This will not suck all the water from here. It'll just get to where there's not enough pressure pushing down for it to go up and over. So it'll equalize. What I recommend, depending on how many people you need to make tea for, is you could use a much larger dirty vessel and transfer it into a smaller vessel. All right, if you look now, you can observe that the rag is sticking out of the water in our dirty water vessel. So what that's telling me is it's pretty much finished. I'm not going to get much more water for the time that it's going to take. I do have enough water in here to make a small cup of tea, which is what I was going for. So I'll take this out, and if you remember, the water was all muddy with slime and everything else in it, and we look at it now and it's beautifully clear. It is still not ready to drink. You always want to boil the water before you drink it, no matter what. You want it at a running boil for 10 minutes constant, and that will kill any of the organisms that are in the water. But thank you for coming out with us today and seeing how you can transfer and filter water from one vessel to another to make it clean water.